everyone, welcome back to First-Hand Globetrotting. One of the most important and also most expensive parts of a vacation is where you're going to stay. For most of us, that means staying at a hotel, bed and breakfast, or some sort of room rental. But there are so many options and features for different properties, it can be a tough choice figuring out where to stay. Today, I'll tell you about the most important things I look for when getting a room for my vacation. But I use the exact same criteria if I'm looking for a bed and breakfast or private room rental or something else. And these only apply when I'm getting a room for a vacation. If I'm traveling for business or some other reason, my list is completely different. So what's important for a vacation hotel? For me, my number one requirement is cleanliness. If the hotel gets reviews saying they don't do a good job cleaning the rooms or they're in rough shape, then there's no way I'm staying there. It doesn't need to be fancy, just clean and well maintained. For me, no matter how much cheaper it would be, there's no way I'm staying in a dirty hotel. My second most important feature is location. I want a hotel that's as close to the action as possible. If it's a beach vacation, I want to be near the water. If it's a city vacation, I want to be near the sights. I want to be able to walk outside the front door of my hotel and be able to see and do and experience all the great things I came for. In the past, I've tried to save a few bucks by staying further away and commuting into where I wanted to be each day, but it just wasn't worth it. You end up losing so much time every day in transit. And you don't have easy access to your hotel to drop things off, pick things up, or just take a quick break. My third most important factor is cost. I'll admit I'm usually not someone who seeks out luxury hotels. As I said before, I just want a place that's nice, clean, and in a great location. And I'm definitely willing to pay a little extra to make sure I get those things. But if there are two nice hotels right next to each other, where one is an expensive 5-star and the other is a mid-priced 3-star, I'm probably picking the cheaper option. There are definitely times when the luxury option may make sense, like at an all-inclusive beach resort, but usually I'm keeping things simple. The fourth thing I look for is free Wi-Fi. When you're traveling, having internet access is key. I always need to check maps and directions, search for restaurants, book tickets and tours, check my email, chat with people back home, and all that other stuff. Most hotels give you free Wi-Fi now, but there are still some that try to gouge you with their fees. In my experience, if a hotel tries to make you pay extra for Wi-Fi, they're probably going to try to nickel and dime you for everything else at the hotel, so it's just not worth staying there. And the fifth thing that I like to look for is a free breakfast. As soon as I get up, I like to get myself ready so I can be out there exploring the city as soon as possible. That's why it's really nice to have a free breakfast waiting for you at the hotel. They're usually buffet style, so they make for a quick meal, and you don't have to go wandering around trying to find a restaurant that serves breakfast. Plus, it ends up saving you a little money, which is always good. I'll admit, sometimes the free breakfast options are pretty bad. But usually I can grab some fruit or bread or something else that I can make work. So those are the 5 things that are important to me, but there are a lot of other features a hotel can have. Now I'll tell you about a few of those and why they don't really influence my decisions at all. The size of the hotel room is not really a factor for me. I'm only ever in my room to sleep, so any extra space doesn't really help me. And free parking isn't much of a selling feature either. Since I usually fly, I almost never have a car that needs parking. I said it's nice to have a free breakfast, but it doesn't really matter to me if the hotel has a full restaurant and bar. I'm going to be out exploring the city, so there's almost no chance I'm going to eat there. Pools and fitness centers and spas can be nice sometimes, but I almost never use them on vacation. I'm usually walking all day long, having fun, so there's really no need to get any more exercise or relaxation back at the hotel. Business centers are something that I used to use more, but since nearly every hotel has free Wi-Fi and most places let you use electronic tickets, business centers have lost their usefulness. And the last feature that doesn't really sell me on a hotel is Concierge Service. Honestly, the few times I've gotten advice from a concierge, it hasn't been great, so I just prefer to plan things out myself. So that's it. Now you know what type of things are huge selling features for me with vacation hotels and what things don't really matter. So for me, the 5 important things are cleanliness, location, cost, free Wi-Fi, and free breakfast. As I said before, these are based on my own travel style when I'm on vacation. So if you're traveling for some other reason or are a different type of traveler than I am, things might be different for you. But hopefully this gives you some ideas about what to look for, what's worth the cost, and what's not. If you have any questions, ask me in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. On Twitter, I'm Firsthand Globe. On Instagram, I'm Firsthand Globetrotting. Follow me on there. And don't forget, it's an incredible world out there, so pick up your passport and do some firsthand globetrotting of your own.